Hey everybody, hope you had a great weekend and just wanted to go over the week's workouts. Kind of want to start off by explaining something to everybody so maybe you'll have a better understanding on what we're trying to achieve on some of these workouts. Excuse me. Um, just wanted to explain like the different energy systems and maybe give some insight on when we do program certain workouts, and you'll see sometimes I'll write in there 85, 90% or Z1, et cetera, that there's a purpose for it. Just like as if you're going to come in and we're going to do a squat program or some kind of powerlifting program. We're not going to expect you to come in every single day and try to max out. Well, the problem is a lot of people are trying to do that with their capacity training or their endurance training or their aerobic abilities, however you want to word it. And that's not going to work for a sustained amount of time. So, in other words, it may actually show you some advantages for a little while, but eventually your body, your central nervous system is going to shut down. I know most of us, we're really not too concerned about performance. We're not looking to compete. We want to just kind of look good and feel good. And that's awesome because, quite frankly, that's where I'm at. But let me just explain that there's a huge carryover to training your energy systems properly that'll actually make your body heal quicker in between some of these workouts. And it's been proven that it'll actually help you get stronger, even when you're not even really training your strength. So it's a scientifically proven. This isn't something we're just pulling out of our hats. This is something that has been going on for a long time. CrossFit, as much as a lot of people hate it, it's definitely changed a lot of things as far as the way people can get both stronger, faster, and more endurance all at the same time. So let me give you an example. So maximum aerobic power 1. So we kind of call that MAP for short. It's MAP. So MAP 1, 2, all the way up to 10. You'll notice that, MAP 10 looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? So it's basically a 60-minute workout, and you're going at Z1. Remember when I write down, at a conversational piece, Z1, maybe even Z2? That's kind of what we're looking for, and you could see it's right there in black and white that when we're doing these Wednesday workouts, sometimes if you're crushing it on Monday and you're crushing it on Tuesday, when you come in on Wednesday, man, you're not supposed to be really crushing it again. You're supposed to be kind of like at a moderate pace or an easy pace because you're going to actually help your other training days. You can even do this stuff on your own time. If you want to jog or you want to do some kind of biking or swimming, I would probably make it more cyclical. I wouldn't do anything like hardcore for an hour, something that's not going to be tearing up your body. For some people, running is horrible. Others it's actually therapeutic, like you just enjoy it. So maybe biking would be better. Same with rowing. Rowing kicks my butt. I'm not in condition right now to do a 60-minute row without getting off feeling like I am definitely not at an easy pace. So everybody is different. So kind of keep that in mind. We're going to be kind of trying to stick into the areas of map 5, 6, maybe even 7 to the most part. 4 and below, quite honestly, these are a little bit more on the horrible side because these end up going into like 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And I don't know if you've been here, a lot of you have, but if we've done these workouts where we do a minute on, a minute off, so you'll do, you may do like a minute on a rower and take a minute break, and we're hitting like 90%, and we're going, for a long time. That gets kind of horrible. So let's take, for example, we're going to get back to it, but Friday is a perfect example of a MAP 5 workout as far as the conditioning. So you have 3 minutes, right? You're going to run 200 meters. It's kind of similar to what we did last Friday, but you're going to run out the door. You're going to go 200 meters. And as soon as you get back in the door, now you're going to max out on burpees over box jumps. So you do a burpee and then you jump over the box. Okay, you can jump on top of the box, step down on the other side. You can clear the box, whatever is easier for you or whatever is more efficient for you. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to get a 2-minute rest, and we're going to repeat that 5 times. So you can see it's written. Goal is to be consistent, 85 to 90% each round. Show consistency, focusing on breathing. So what I had seen on last Friday is people trying to do, let's go up to that. So people were trying to get all this work in, okay? On a 2-minute clock, they had to do 5 burpees over barbells. Then they had to run 200 meters. Then they had to do max push press. I seen the coaches do an excellent job trying to fix or make adjustments, because some people were just walking in a door after the run, and then 3, 2, 1, go. You're starting the next round. There was no rest this day. This Friday there is a 2-minute rest. So it's a little bit better. But if you're walking in a door and you're only able to pick up that bar and maybe do a couple reps, if even getting a couple reps at all, real quick, you got to make an adjustment, or the coach will actually help you make an adjustment to whereas let's do 3 burpees over barbells and maybe a 100-meter run. Because quite honestly, man, I want you to be walking in that door with at least 45 seconds, okay? All right, you know what? I can deal with 30 seconds, but if you're walking in and you got 10 seconds left or not even any, then it's obviously not working. So as you can see, here's the different energy systems we're trying to focus on. It's spelled out. 80 to 90% is horrible, by the way. I mean, most of the time, everybody's going 80 to 90%. You're not going 100%, man. I mean, the only time you're really going to go 100% is the most horrific workout on the planet is going a true 100% for 10 to 15 seconds on an assault bike, okay? I'm talking all out maximal effort and then taking like a minute and 50 or a minute 45 second break and keep doing that. Your heart rate is going to be so high, you are going to be so smoked just doing that for maybe 5 to 10 rounds that you're never going to want to get on an assault bike again. So I wouldn't suggest that alactic training it can be really fun. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to actually go over the entire week's training session now, and I hope that kind of gave some people a little bit more insight into exactly what we're trying to do. So let's start up at Monday, okay? Monday, the lift is deadlift 8x3 at 50% weight every minute on a minute. So this is going to be really light. You're looking for speed. We're looking for technique. Make sure each time you pull that bar off the ground, it's perfect form. Just reset, do whatever. You can do tap and go. You can re-grip every time. It doesn't matter. Every minute on a minute. This is not going to be that difficult, but I'm looking for you to speed it up because speed will equate into strength. Then the conditioning. This is one of the originals, one of probably the first workouts I've ever done. Although I think it was 10 rounds. 15 and 15. I'm doing 10 rounds, 10 and 10. So you're going to go 10 deadlifts and then 10 push-ups. And you're going to just keep blowing through that. It's going to be a 20-minute cap on this. So choose the appropriate weight and the appropriate body weight movement that works for you. If you're not able to do regular push-ups, then you're going to do knee push-ups, or the coach may modify and just have you doing push-ups onto a box. Whatever works best for you. But I'm looking for you to get a solid full range of motion push-up. So that means your chest is going all the way down to the deck and you're locking your elbows out on the top. That is the important part. Okay, not really too concerned about how fast and how cool it is that you're on top of the leaderboard. I'm looking for, this is training, this isn't testing, this is not you doing a competition. So make sure your movement patterns are perfect and it's going to carry over. Now you have the option, okay, if you are trying to get stronger, if you're trying to get a little bit more hypertrophy or muscle mass on you, then you may either not want to do this, or you want to maybe do this as a modified movement, kind of lower percentage, even lower weight, and then you're going to go into a superset. Superset is movement A, 1A, stiff leg sumo deadlifts, 8 reps. Then you go right into the next, which is 15 to 20 reps of an inverted row, excuse me. So that basically means, depending on your abilities, you're going to be basically hanging with the rings ahead on top of you and doing the opposite of a pull-up. You're going to be doing a pull, so the rings go all the way up to your shoulders, okay? These are difficult. These are awesome. This movement's excellent. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to get a 2-minute rest, and then you're going to repeat that for 4 sets, okay? Extra credit, we're going to keep it kind of simple, same as last week. You're going to put a prowler out there, 20 yards. You're going to do a fast prowler push. You're going to rest as much as you want, all right? You're going to do that 6 times. So put a decent amount of weight on the prowler, but it needs to be moving fast. If you're just walking with it, if you're barely able to push it, then you're not following instructions. Tuesday, the 10th, skill movement, freestanding headstands, okay? We have some mats. We have some, rollout mats, or not rollout, but fold-up mats. Coaches can bring them out. That way you're not crashing onto the rubber flooring. I'll actually find a video. Actually, stand by. On these free standing headstands, if you can actually go out into a handstand push-up, that's awesome. That's advanced. That's something you need a spotter for. There's an excellent video I just put here. It's actually not as good as John Eric teaching, but maybe we'll talk John Eric into doing another gymnastics clinic for us, which is awesome. So take a look at the video. Coach will take a look at it. I'm sure they'll be on top of that. So we're going to play around with skill for about maybe 10, 15 minutes. We don't really have a lot of time. And then we go into the lift. Press, which is a strict overhead press, okay, 4 by 12 reps every 3 minutes. Now, I'm not putting percentages down on here, okay, for a reason. Okay, so you need to find your 12 rep max, or you need to find a weight that's challenging for 12 reps, okay? Don't overdo it. Just make sure that you get 4 solid sets of 12. Now, we're really looking for you to do 4 sets of 12 with the same weight. But listen, if it's super light, or you think you can go a little bit heavier as you progress into the 3rd or 4th set, that's fine. Just keep track, because what's going to happen is then in 3 weeks we're going to hit this again, and we're going to do 4 by 10 reps, and I'm looking for you to add about 5 or 10 pounds on, possibly, okay? Going into conditioning. Sorry, I'm going to speed this up because I'm taking a little too long on this. Conditioning, all right? 5-minute AMRAP, okay? Again, we're looking for a certain energy system, all right? I believe this is MAP 6, okay? So 5 minutes max. So you're going to, depending on the movement, there's 3 levels. Let's just say that the middle, 5 chest to bar pull-ups, 5 toe to bar, 5 handstand push-ups. You're going to continually go through that circuit of 3 for 5 minutes, as many times as you can get through it, and then you get a 5-minute rest, and then you're going to repeat it again. You're going to start off where you left off, okay? Superset, single arm dumbbell snatch, okay? 8 reps. So you're going to do 8 right, 8 left. Then you're going to go over here. You're going to do 8 single arm dumbbell curls, 8 right, 8 left. 2-minute break. Repeat that for 4 rounds. Extra credit is the yoke carries. All right. Wednesday, 45-minute AMRAP. Okay. So the clock starts. You're going to go 45 minutes. As you're going to row as many meters as possible. All right. Every 5 minutes, the coach is going to yell, and you're going to get off, and you're going to do 10 kettlebell snatch left hand, 10 kettlebell snatch right hand. Then you're going to get right back on that rower and go. So different levels. You may be doing a dumbbell snatch, or you may just do a 1-arm kettlebell swing, okay? Actually, we'll add in skill work Kettlebell snatch will be the skill work for about 5-10 minutes. Bam! All right? Because we want everybody to kind of get an understanding if they're going to try to do a kettlebell snatch, how to do it. Here's a situation where I'm not looking for you to go all out, okay? This is something where you need to pace this workout. It's 45 minutes, all right? If you're already crushed from coming in Monday and Tuesday, then this needs to be more of a recovery workout than anything, all right? So your pace should be to the point where it's steady, you're able to talk normal. However, I get it if work, family, whatever got in the way, and you're like, you know what, dude, I didn't even get to train today or yesterday or Monday, then you know what? This is basically an all-out effort for what you can put forth, okay? So if you're going at 90% through this, that's going to be a serious workout, big-time cardio. Going into Thursday, I hope that made sense. Going into Thursday, the lovely back squats, okay, 5x5 at 75% every 3 minutes. So again, I emphasize, make sure you keep track of your weights because this is going to go up when we do back squats again, and you're going to need to know what weight you used. That's the only way it's going to work. The cube. It's like an undulated or it's more of a linear slash hypertrophy slash dynamic training program. It works. It's very effective. Just follow the program. It'll work. Going into conditioning, this is a 10-minute EMOM. I know everybody loves EMOMs. I know they've loved last Thursday's EMOM. Again, don't bite off more than you can chew, all right? Know that every minute on a minute, you're starting the same movement, okay, the same couplet. So for the animals that can blow through 20 double unders in like literally 10 seconds, they're going to do 20 double unders, and then they're going to walk over to the bar, and they're going to do 10 wall balls. And these people are going to be sitting there waiting for the next minute, whereas I probably would just get done with doing my 10th wall ball, and then they'd be like, go! That ain't going to happen. So we break it down a little bit. We go 10 double unders and then 10 wall balls. I could probably handle that. Others, 5 double unders or 5 double under attempts. What does that mean? You're still working on your double unders. So even if you attempt it, it counts as a single. So you do 5 attempts. Let's just say you get 2 and the other 3 are attempts. You're done. Move on. Do your 10 wall balls. It's the only way you're going to get a good training session in here. All right, we're going into superset. Heavy Russian swing, 4 times 15 reps. What do I mean by heavy? Well, it depends on you. Me, I'm going to grab that 106 pounder and I'm going to do 15 reps. Then I'm going to walk over to a barbell and I'm going to do 8 Pendlay rows. I'm going to take my 2-minute break and I'm going to repeat it. All right, 4 times. Backward sled pull. Just so you know, these backward sled pulls are amazing for your glutes and your hamstrings. Lou Simmons is a huge fan of doing backward sled pulls. You will see your deadlifts, probably your cleans, start going up, okay? You guys may be looking at that going, I ain't doing that. That's stupid. Well, you know what? I do it at least once, every couple weeks. Going into Friday, bench press. Again, if you don't want to bench, if you want to do a floor press, fine. 8x3 at 50%, looking for speed and technique. Remember, we talked about this 3-minute clock, 200-meter sprint. When you get back, you got a box sitting in front of you. You're going to do a burpee, jump over the box. You're going to do that. You're going to be going at a nice, solid pace of 85 to 90%. You're going to repeat that 5 times. You get a 2-minute break after each set. So do the training, do it right. Giant set. What is a giant set? A giant set is basically a superset, but now it's more than 2 movements. Now we're going in a minimum of 3, sometimes 4. So if you don't do the conditioning piece, if you're going to do a giant set because you're trying to get jacked, you're going to do front raises, 8 front raises with dumbbells, thumbs up, okay? Go light on these, man. These will smoke your shoulders like you've never seen. So thumbs up, 8 reps. Lateral raises to the side, 8 reps. And then dumbbell, clean it. So you're standing there, you're going to clean it up. It's going to look a little bit like a reverse curl, but that's fine. Try to shrug and pull and then press. This is going to smoke your shoulders. These you're going to look like you have 2 cannonballs sitting next to your neck when you're done doing these. We're only doing 3 sets. Remember, you get your 120-second break after you do the 3 sets. Saturday is always what I do is I have a list of Saturday workouts. However, I try to do an assessment and see how everybody's feeling. I talked to Jay. He's got his entire gym following this program as well. I got other people following the program. So I kind of like talk to everybody, see how they're feeling. I try to do as much as the program as I can. I'm actually, starting to feel better. So I kind of assess and see where we're at, see how everybody's feeling. And then we kind of make the decision, are we going to stay away from squatting? Or are we going to stay away from pressing? Or are we going to go to, we're probably going to do some cleans or snatches or something like that. Because I do recognize that we're not getting a ton of the Olympic lifts in this program, but I will start adding it in. Right now, I really want to focus on the barbell movements, the powerlifting movements. I want people to start getting stronger, and they're going to start seeing your conditioning, your cardio is going to start kicking in a little bit because we're going to do more of the short, higher intensity stuff with forced rest periods, and people are going to start seeing it pretty decent. That they're going to notice a little bit of a difference. So. All right, man. I'm sorry this took so long. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in the gym. Any questions, just go ahead and post it, and we'll see you guys soon.